Hi all, in this video we're going to learn how to insert an image into a WordPress post or page. Now as you can see, I'm already have the front end of my website loaded and I'm looking at the About Todd section and I'm looking at the background. Now one thing that I might want to do to enhance this website is to put an image of myself right here so when readers open up or viewers open up, they can see a picture of me, who is Todd Cherner, right? So I have the front end opened up and I already have the back end opened up to the same thing. And I have a couple of options to do this. So first is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come behind or in front of a piece of text that's already there. And what I can do is I can click the down arrow and I can click inline image. Then what I can do is I can select an image from my media library if it's already there. If not, I can go ahead and I can upload an image to it. Now, I already went ahead and I selected this image and have already uploaded it. So it's in my media library and I'm going to click on it. Now, you'll notice when I click on it that there's some information. So I have the alternative text. So if a text reader reads it, it'll say headshot of Todd Cherner. I have a title, Todd Cherner, a caption. This will go below my image and description. This is an image of Todd Cherner. All right. So all that's in there. If you're uploading yours for the first time, like this one is, you'll see that it's blank, right? This one's blank here because I haven't filled in all this information. This one I did. You'll need to fill that information in. So once you're set and the information's filled out, you can go ahead and click select and it'll go ahead and drop the image right in there. Now let's go ahead and update that and see how it looks like on the other side. So I'm there and I'm just going to refresh this. And you'll see that it looks a little clunky, right? This is an inline image. It might not be the best way to actually put an image in this space for it to look very attractive and aesthetically pleasing. So let's go back over here. I'm just going to click on the image and I'm going to hit delete. I don't like it there. So the other way that I'd recommend you start putting images in yours. Now, and remember, you want to be strategic about where you put it. You don't want to have a whole collage, but you want to have some images to entice the eye. Now, the way that I like to insert these images is I'm going to come down here to the bottom of my Gutenberg tile and I'm just hovering and it's going to say add block. So I'm going to click the add block and then I'm going to click the image selection. And there it is. And now you can see I can upload an image. I can select one if it's already uploaded into my media library, or I can insert from a URL. This time, let's go upload. And it's just like an email attachment. I already have my image downloaded. It's right there. And I'm going to click open. And you'll see that I have all this information, right? So I can put my alt text and all that. However, you might remember when I went through the media library, I had a description of the text and I had the caption as well. All right, so I don't really like this, in fact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that, delete it out, and I'm going to go right back in here, hit add block, go into my image. This time I'm going to go into my media library. Remember, I can easily upload a file right here into my media library. And well, let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go here and I'm just going to upload that same image, right? So I'm going to go to my desktop where I had it and I'm just going to drag it down and you'll see it uploads. And now I have multiple of the same images. And now I can put my alt text, right? So headshot of Todd Cherner. Oops, spell my name right. And then I can have my title. Now that was what I saved it as, but my title is Todd Cherner, caption, and say Todd Cherner. Let's not say current, let's just say director of the MIT program, MIT, and the Mighty program, and description, maybe we just say headshot of Todd Cherner again. So then I'm going to go ahead, after I have all this information, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to hit select, it's going to pop it in there. Now you can see my caption's already there. That's one of the reasons I like going that way. However, let's just go ahead and hit update and see what this looks like. So I hit update there and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit update, or I'm going to refresh on the front side, and I see the picture and it doesn't look good. Like, I like the picture. I think the quality is fine. I think the caption's a little funky because it's out in the middle and there's nothing over it, and then it's kind of choppy. So let's see what we can do. So I'm back in here. I've clicked off it. I'm going to click on that picture again, and I'm going to start tinkering with these different tools. So this one is going to put my text to the right of the image and then the caption below. This one puts it in the middle by itself with the text above and below it. This one puts it on the right. And this one might be a little too big for me, but that's an option. And then you have this one, which is actually even bigger. Now, personally, I like this option, and I think it looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit update, and it'll update, and I'm going to refresh over here. And let's see what it looks like. So I refreshed it, and I kind of like it, right? I think there is a sizable gap here. So I don't love that, but I think it's looking all right. So one thing I can do is I can just come over here and notice how WordPress keeps the proportions of my image. So though I was just moving it this way, it also shrunk it this way, right? So I'm moving it horizontally inward and it's decreasing its length, vertical length. So now this might look a little bit better. This is still a pretty big gap, but let's see what that translates. And the reason I wanted to point that out is because this gap in my backside might look a little different than in the front side. So let's take a peek and see what happens. All right, so it's still there, but it's not terrible. All right, the other part that I'm thinking about is what if I just want to take the caption right off, right? So I just deleted that caption. You'll see that it reduced the space because extra space is needed for the caption. And I'm going to click update again, and I'm going to refresh again. And now it looks a little bit cleaner. So I can continue to kind of play around with this and see what the sizing's like. Now, one of the things I might want to share with you is as you work through the different sizings and things of that nature, consider if you were to put another image right here. So before coming to UNC, Cherner was a professor of English education, yada, 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 at Coastal Carolina. So if I was going to put a thing for Coastal Carolina, I would probably want it to be roughly about the same size as this one because I want that consistency. So to help me do that, you can actually see the dimensions right here, 149 by 111. And I just think that's a good rule of thumb is to have, unless there's a need for it, but to make most of your images consistent about the same size. So now you know how to go ahead and add some images. I'm going to hit update one more time, make sure I saved everything. Now you know how to add some images into your WordPress and continue to develop your content. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. And remember to hit that update button so you save. All right, cheers.